Good afternoon and welcome to Sparta High School at Castles Field for Pope John Lyon JV Lacrosse. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's action as this afternoon the Pope John Lions JV boys lacrosse team are taking on the JV from the Sparta Spartans. So we mentioned after the varsity game that it's been a good week for the Pope John Sparta rivalry on the side of the Lions. We mentioned the game that we just broadcast, which was 8-4, varsity over varsity for Sparta. And then we mentioned the softball team, 15-7 over the Sparta softball team. But we forgot to mention the JV teams on softball. And so that also can go on the ledger of Pope John this week, 12-6, as the JV Lions softball team defeated Sparta JV, 12-6 in that game. So it's 3-0, and we are going to wait to see if the JV lacrosse team could put a clean sweep on the week. Let's go over the roster for the Pope John JV Lions, and we'll start with goalkeeper number 55, Owen Houle. We go ahead and cover, I'm trying to play, all the players on the JV want to go ahead and cover. We'll just announce everybody throughout the game, but I want to get them on the roster here. All right, let's start out with number 10, Vic Fiore. Number 12, Nick Michello. 13, Justin Perella. 15, Johnny Pippa. 16, Amir Young. 17, Connor Clifford. 18, Evan White. 19, Mike Marston. 20, Hayden Marshall. 22, Andrew Gallant. 24, Zach Cash. 25, John Brugna. 26, Chris Sabella. 27, Emilio Barranco. 28, Jacob Post. 29, Aiden DiLivo. 30, Steve Leonard. 31, Michael Formasano. Number 50, Sutton Fullwood. And number 51, Andrew Jessamaria. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Father Michael Parisi. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emery. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The head coach of the Pope John Lions lacrosse team is Joe Della Ferra. I'm Mike Formasano. We are here live at Castles Field in Sparta, New Jersey at Sparta High School. It'll be the Pope John Lions JV team against the Sparta JV team in boys lacrosse. We'll be right back to Sparta High School right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. We're at Sparta High School this afternoon, which turned out to be a beautiful day. It's overcast, but the weather's terrific as far as the temperature is concerned. Mid-60s, a little bit of wind. Not like yesterday where it was overcast, started to rain, and it was freezing cold at the baseball diamond, which almost turned to snow by the time we were done at 6:30 last night. But Pope John on the varsity level has made it a perfect week so far. Knock on wood, of course. The softball team winning Monday here on the channel, and then girls lacrosse on Tuesday. Wednesday, the baseball team wins over Morris Knowles, and then today, the varsity lacrosse team over Sparta, 8-4. It's now the JV team looking to finish the night off right. It's late afternoon, the sun's up, so it's still technically afternoon, but by the time this game's over, it'll be in the evening. Captains at midfield right now. It's Justin Perella and Evan Wyatt, and I think that's Owen Houle. And they are at midfield, meeting with the Sparta JV captains. So there'll be 10-minute quarters. Usually with the JV, it's a running clock, so it should be a lot quicker than the varsity game. Got a big win for the varsity team. They moved to 3-0 on the season. And that'll take on Governor Livingston on Saturday, and the JV team will be right behind them. They're 2-0 JV, taking on Sparta today. So wins over Riverdale 7-0, and then 7-3 against Immaculata in a much more relaxed game than what the double overtime one was for varsity. So JV's taking care of business so far. And we'll see if they can do it again against the Sparta Spartans. We're just waiting for the teams to come out of the huddle. Again, tomorrow on the channel, 4 p.m., we'll be back at the softball fields and see if the softball team for Pope John can rebound from a 4-3 loss to Randolph yesterday. 4 runs in the 6th inning by the Randolph Rams that upset Pope John and knocked them off the undefeated perch. Technically, it was only 1-0, but still surprising to see that Randolph came back and won that game. And so now Pope John will go up against West Morris tomorrow. For the girls lacrosse team, they had their home opener last night, but they lost 10-9. And this was after a 13-2 drubbing of North Warren on Tuesday on the road. So I believe the girls play tomorrow in lacrosse, either tomorrow or Saturday. But I don't think we're going to be out to see them again until, I think, April 12th. And that's what I'm shooting for right now, April 12th against Parsippany Hills. And then boys baseball, we should be there next Wednesday at Pope John High School as they'll host the Randolph Rams on the second end of a back-to-back. All right, so here's Mike Marston. He'll take the face-offs for Pope John against number 13 for Sparta, and that's Brady Shagowit. Yeah, looking at the Sparta rosters here, I don't think they're borrowing from the varsity, so I think it's a totally separate team. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just go with numbers for Sparta. We'll go with the names for Pope John. If I don't have a roster, it's tough to call. So let's do what we used to do with Junior Lions, and that is call by numbers for the opposing team. Here is Pope John, Evan Wyatt, number 18. He's on the far sideline. Pope John in their white jerseys with blue shorts and gold numbers, and the golden domes, the golden helmets. They're going left to right on your screen. Sparta in their dark blue jerseys with powder blue trim and the white helmets. They're going right to left. Here is number 13 for Pope John, number 22. Now back to 10. So 13 Perella, number 10 Vic Fiore. Fiore looking to move in on 13 for Sparta. Now to pass down low to Aiden D'Alivo. D'Alivo back behind the net. Now to Andrew Gallant. Gallant. Pass it back to Fiore. Now to Wyatt. Over to Wyatt. Now to Perella. Perella gives the pass to Gallant. Goalkeeper for Sparta, number 33. And in net for Pope John, number 55, Owen Houle. Owen Hull, a junior on this JV team, and I don't believe Pope John really has any other goaltenders to go to right now. So I heard the other day you were warming up freshman Michael Formasano in net to see if he could be a backup to Hull or get some playing time in net as well. So that's what they were working on the other day. So we'll see if there's anything that comes to it. Formasano usually a defenseman for Pope John. Here's Fiore over to Connor Clifford. Clifford working on number 2 for Sparta. Comes back around. The pass to Fiore hit him in the helmet, in the face mask area. Bounced down. Picks it back up. There's Fiore over to Clifford. Bounces out of his cross, but picks it back up. 2 minutes gone by here, first quarter. Pope John and Sparta just underway. D'Alivo with the pass to Fiore on the left wing. Fiore looking to move in. Bounces off 15. Now the pass over to Wyatt. Wyatt, the left-handed shot. Tried to get it off, just couldn't. Passes down to Perella. Justin Perella on the right. Nice move on 23. Tried to break loose. Pass to Wyatt. Now back over to Clifford. Connor Clifford up top in the high slot. Moving in on number 2. Pass down low to Gallant. Andrew Gallant now with it on the left post. Pass back to Perella. Can't get the shot off. Now goes over to Fiore on the far wing. 3 minutes gone by. Fiore over to Clifford. Clifford looking to work his way in. He's got number 2 for Sparta on him. Pass over to Perella. Down to D'Olivo. In D'Olivo. Over to Gallant on the left. Gallant looking to work his way in. Pass down low. Goes past Wyatt and scooped up by Clifford. Connor Clifford on the near sideline now. Over to Perella. Now Clifford. Clifford works in again, looking for a shot. There it is, wide left. Pope John's closest. Aiden D'Olivo racing towards the ball. And the goalkeeper, number 33, back in his cage. Technically on cage, net. Here's Gallant. Gallant working against the Sparta defense. The shot over the crossbar and out of bounds. D'Olivo's closest. So D'Olivo will start it up. Pass to Perella. Bounces out of his cross. Knocked out of his stick by number 23. People were asking me initially, what do you mean by cross? Well, that's the name of the stick. It's not used that often regularly. I use it a lot. People refer to it as stick or pole. Technically, the term is cross. If you get a call across something, you may as well refer to the equipment properly, right? Here's Gallant. Over to Fiore. Knocked out of his cross or stick by 15. Fiore on the left. Pass to Wyatt. Pope John has had possession for basically the first 5 minutes of this game. Going around. It's down to 4:37 in the first quarter. So fast-moving first quarter. Here's Gallant. Gallant looking to move in. It's knocked out by Sparta. Goes in the air. Wyatt recovers from Pope John. Pope John defense getting a bit of a breakdown. Number 26 back there for the Lions, Chris Sabella, along with 51, Andrew Jessamaria, and number 50, Sutton Fullwood, along with Owen Hull, just hanging back. Again, the defense has to stay on their side of the field. And it's the same with the attackers, and then the midfielders can cover both, like soccer. And I mentioned this during the varsity game. Lacrosse, to me, has always been like a mix between basketball, soccer, and hockey. The sets in what you would call a half-court offense or half-field offense you see in basketball a lot. In fact, you use a goalkeeper and a goal, hockey, and soccer. And then the fact that you have attackers who can go on one side of the field, defenders on another, the midfielders can go both. Shot on goal. It actually went wide left of Hull. Goes out of bounds. Sparta recovers. 3:18 to go. Quarter number 1. No score between Sparta and Pope John on the JV level. Here's number 26. And again, I apologize. We don't have rosters for the JV. The roster was just for varsity, so we're just going to go with numbers for Sparta. Here's 17 on the left, being guarded by Clifford. Now to 22. Pass in by 8. The shot's knocked down. It's loose on the turf. Pope John trying to pick it up there. And that was number 28, Jacob Post, getting knocked over. And an infraction against Sparta, it'll be Pope John ball. So Clifford will start out with it for Pope John. 2:40 to go, quarter number 1. No score between Pope John and Sparta. Whistle blows. Referee's discussing something. So just waiting to start back up. The coaches for Pope John, these coaches are going ahead and arguing with the referee. Beautiful Thursday afternoon out here. Sun's starting to really come out now. 2:39 to go. The wind's light. It's not like yesterday where the netting behind home plate at the baseball diamond just kept blowing back and forth. And the wind would change directions. Went from right to left, then right to left. Then left to right, then out to center. Blew back in for a while, then back to right to left. It was all over the place. Then the rain came in. It was cold. But they get the game in, and the baseball team defeated Morris Knowles 7-2. So they're 1-1 on the season. We'll be back at the baseball diamond next Wednesday as they will take on Randolph. Softball tomorrow. Girls lacrosse probably next Saturday against Parsippany Hills. I think that's what I'm targeting right now. And there's a possibility we're going to try and get out to flag football on Tuesday. So we'll see. A lot of lacrosse coming up. Boys lacrosse today, and then Saturday at home against Governor Livingston, and then Monday against Newton. And then the lacrosse team hits the road. They go to Scotch Fernwood, and then they are going up to Highland Falls in New York State, and then Chatham. So 3 road games for the Lions. It's Perella behind the net. And the pass comes out to Mike Marston. The shot saved by the Sparta netminder, number 33. Steve Leonard on the attack, covering number 22 now, who has it for Sparta. Andrew Gallant getting a stick on him. Sparta into Pope John territory. Number 22, the pass down low. It's number 8 for the Spartans. Looking to break in. Turns back around, does a 360. The ball's knocked loose. Sutton Fullwood's able to recover it. Give it back to Owen Hole. Nice play by Fullwood. And now Jesse Maria knocks over his attacker. Ball's knocked out of Jesse Maria's cross. It's number 19 for Sparta. Over to 22. That is number 4, Zach Cash, going ahead and poking away at 22 for Sparta. Now the ball to number 18. He's got it down low behind the Pope John net. 42 seconds to go. Pass to 26 on the left. Looking to break in past Marston. .26 turns, fires wide left. Goes out of bounds, Sparta's closest. So, 26 set up for the shot. He ripped it, but it missed the post by about 2 feet. Number 29, the whistle on a play. It's still live, actually. Okay, so now Marston gets knocked over, and we got a stoppage there. I think they're going to call an infraction. And there's the buzzer for the end of the first quarter. We're through 1 here at Castles Field, Sparta High School. No score between the Pope John Lions and the Sparta Spartans JV squads. We'll be right back to Sparta High School right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Going. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Nice job on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was exciting stuff. I was like, wow. It's like, how often do you get a double overtime game like that, you know? Welcome back to Sparta High School in Sparta, New Jersey. We're at Castles Field, which seconds as the football field usually, but today it's for lacrosse. And the Pope John Lions JV team taking on Sparta JV. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's game. No score between Pope John and Sparta. And so now the teams switch sides. Pope John will be going right to left. In their white jerseys with Pope John on the front in blue, gold numbers. And blue shorts with the golden domes, the golden helmets. And Sparta in their dark blue jerseys with powder blue trim, powder blue numbers, and white helmets. They're going left to right. Please join us tomorrow on the channel at 4 p.m. as the Pope John Lions softball team will be taking on West Morris. West Morris and Pope John from the softball fields. 4 p.m. tomorrow on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Saturday morning, coffee and donut special as the Pope John Lions will be hosting Governor Livingston, the varsity first, and the JV at Pope John High School. Please join us for that. And then Monday, 4 p.m., we'll be back at it. And boys lacrosse one more time will be center stage as they will be hosting, they'll be on the road. They'll be at Newton to take on the Newton Braves, varsity and then JV. And then we got possibly flag football on Tuesday next week, and then the baseball team on Wednesday. And that will be against Randolph. So that's the schedule I know upcoming. And then I think possibly on Saturday it'll be girls lacrosse against Parsippany Hills. I just got to confirm that. And then also I think there's a game on the 11th, softball again. So we're making it where softball is like a Friday thing. And shot on goal by Wyatt, saved by the netminder for Sparta, number 33. Ball thrown downfield. Goes towards the sideline and is recovered by Sparta. Jacob Post swiping away, trying to knock it loose. As I said, I think for the first few weeks of the season, it's going to work out this way where we're covering baseball on Wednesdays and softball on Fridays. Not set to that schedule in any way, shape, or form. It's just the way it's breaking out right now. But and then as the schedule goes on, there's a lot of other days of the week and other games we can cover. Shot by 13, save by Owen Hoole. Nice save as 13 was looking for the 5-hole, and Hoole was able to get his cross in front. Now here's Andrew Jessamaria. Pass to Sutton Fullwood over his head. It's going to go out of bounds. Sparta will take over. So it's just worked out because of the early schedule, and we've gotten a lot of boys across it, and we'll probably continue to get a good amount for the time being. They've got Saturday game and the Monday game. We'll get around. Trying to target senior nights for all 4 teams and realized how big that was in the wintertime. It's senior night for all 3 of the teams we were covering this winter. Ice hockey and then boys and girls basketball. And it was a big deal for everybody involved, so I want to make sure try and get to those. If it's a senior night, we'll try and prioritize it. Here's Fullwood. So for Sutton Fullwood, we'll go ahead and pass it to Hoole. And Owen Hoole will toss it downfield. Over the head of D'Olivo, races up to it. Is that D'Olivo? No, it's not. It's 25. It's John Brugman. Now here's Evan Wyatt. Wyatt on the left. Pass to Vic Fiore. Ooh, almost over the cross. But he reached up and snagged it out of midair. Oh, now that one is over the cross of Evan Wyatt, and so Brugner has to race over to try and get it. And Sparta's able to knock it out of bounds. 7:25 and counting here, second quarter. And the other 2 things, too, that we want to pay attention to in the spring sports is that I want to try and make sure we cover, as a priority, if we can, any Huntington Warren Sussex tournaments, which all 4 teams are going to be involved in one way or another, and any state finals or state tournaments. We did that with all 3 of the winter sports, and there was no Huntington Warren Sussex tournament for ice hockey, but there was the Egan Cup. We covered that. Connor Clifford in the shot, save by number 33 for Sparta. Clifford right on top of the crease there and fired away, and 33 made the save. Now 17, surrounded by a host of Lions. The ball's knocked loose. Hayden Marshall trying to pick it up. Now it goes over. Vic Fiore racing for it. 13's going to get there first for Sparta. 13 into Pope John territory. The pass across to 12. Knocked loose, Andrew Jessamaria. It's on the turf. Sparta's able to scoop it up. There's number 12. 6:10 and counting. Pass number 27 over his stick. Now to 26. '26 will take it up top. It's being guarded by Marston. Now Clifford. 26 on the right wing. Looking to break in, takes a hit. And another. The pass over to 29, out of his reach, it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Pope John possession. Sutton Fullwood will start it up with 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Poole will pass it out to Vic Fiore. And then come the fall, we'll go ahead and cover the fall sports. Football, obviously, is going to be big. We've been trying to cover all levels of football. We did freshman football and junior Lions football for the past few years. So looking to add varsity. And then JV as well, if there's a JV team. We'd like to try and get soccer involved in the mix. Maybe some volleyball. Some other of the fall sports as well as we come back around at the later part of 2025, into the 2025-26 school year. This is the hope. And then any summer activities, we'll see what happens. $4:28 to go, second quarter. It's number 27 for Sparta. Gets sandwiched by Hayden Marshall and number 26, Chris Sabella. It's on the turf. Rolls towards the sideline. Kept in. As again, the yellow line is the line in lacrosse for the, or gold line is the out-of-bounds marker. Timeout on the field. We're going to take one as well. 4:06 to go, second quarter. No score between Pope John and Sparta. We'll be right back to Sparta High School after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Sparta High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lion JV Lacrosse, boys side. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game. Pope John and Sparta, no score. 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Substitutions in, Emilio Barranco, number 27. Michael Formasano, number 31. Along with number 16, Amir Young. And there, along with Cash and Gallant, Fiore, Evan Wyatt, and Aiden Dialivo out there for Pope John. Here is number 13, starts it up. Young on him. Amir Young chops it away, knocks it loose, but it's picked up by number 22 on the right wing. 22 with the pass down low to number 8. 22 on the right side. Young guarding him. Takes a hit by Cash. Pass down low to number 12. The shot. Score. Number 12 scores past Owen Hull. It's the first goal of the game, and Sparta takes a 1-0 lead. The goal comes with 3:24 to go in quarter number 2. Number 12 scores the first goal to give Sparta a 1-0 advantage. So Marston will take the draw for Pope John against number 13. Ball's loose. Scooped up by Wyatt. So Pope John wins the faceoff, and they will gain possession Number 13 swiping away at Evan Wyatt, but he holds on to the ball. Pass over to Connor Clifford underneath his cross. Races after it to scoop it up. 2:25 to go. Sparta's just taking a 1-0 lead over Pope John. Perella back to Clifford. Clifford to the center of the field, coming in on 27. Pass down low to Marston. Takes a hit. Gives it back to Clifford. Clifford. Pass to Perella on the right. Justin Perella looking to break in. The shot off the post. Perella rings iron and it goes to the sideline. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Sparta ball. Tough break for Perella. Had good position, took the shot, hit right off the post. Now Sparta racing in. The shot by 29. Score. As so often you see in sports, you get a rush at one end and a close call, and then it goes back the other way seconds later, and the second team finds the back of the net. So that's what happened there. Sparta scores to make it 2-0. Perella just a post away from tying it, and then Sparta scores to make it a 2-0 lead. Marston will take the draw against number 13 for Sparta. Spartans lead 2-0. Here's a face-off. And Marston wins it. Marston takes a hit from the back by number 8. Takes another cross check by 17 and swipes the stick out of the hands of Marston. He's going to get called for that. Well, we got a timeout as Pope John called time. So 41 seconds to go. We're going to take time as well. 2-0 Sparta over Pope John. We'll be right back to Sparta High School after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Castles Field at Sparta High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Lion JV Lacrosse, the boys' side. Mike Formisano here calling today's action as the JV boys lacrosse team trails Sparta JV 2-0. 2 goals here late in the second quarter by the Spartans have given them a 2-0 advantage. Justin Perella came a post away from tying the game at 1, and then just seconds later, Sparta turned it around and scored on Pope John to make it 2-0. So, Connor Clifford will start things up with 41 seconds to go in quarter number 2 on the referee's whistle. There we go. Number 30 chopping away. 16 following. Clifford racing to the far side. Pass over to Perella. Perella looking to break in. He's got room. Cuts in the shot. Did he hit another post? I think he did. Either the goalie made a save or he may have hit another post there, but it bounced out towards the sidelines. I think he hit another post. Wow. What are the odds? 8 seconds to go. Sparta chucks it downfield to number 8. And a whistle with 1 second to go. Timeout. Sparta calls time with 1 second to go. We'll stay with you. So they're going to have to get a quick shot off. I mean, literally. Whistle blows, fire towards the net. Hope it travels at supersonic speed and finds a way crossing the goal line in under a second. Now, I think the rule of Sparta is if you get the shot off and it goes in, even after the buzzer, it counts. In hockey, I mean, I'm used to hockey for so long. It has to be over the goal line. before the clock hits 0 and the buzzer sounds or the horn sounds. In lacrosse, I think it's kind of like basketball. If you fire it or it gets out of your cross, I think it counts. If I'm wrong about that, somebody tell me. I'm gonna have to look that up. My apologies. Should know this from a college lacrosse school. And I went to Syracuse years ago, and the lacrosse team was a national powerhouse back when I went there. It's getting back to that level. And my high school was Chaminade High School. Chaminade is a big player on Long Island. Chaminade St. Anthony's. Those two schools have gone back and forth for years, like Pope John and Sparta. Here's a shot, comes in, it bounces, and it goes wide right. So Sparta took the shot with 1 second to go. Ran out of time. We're at halftime at Sparta High School. It's the Sparta Spartans 2 and the Pope John Lions no score. It's a 5-minute halftime, so we're going to take a break for about 2-3 minutes. We'll come back on a new feed, and we'll rejoin you for the second half. From Sparta High School at Castles Field, it's the Sparta Spartans leading the Pope John Lions 2-0. We'll come back for second half action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.